Hi parents, Kirk Jones, high school pastor, North Coast Fallbrook, with the weekend recap for February the 9th, I think was yesterday. Um, in First Peter, wrapping up chapter 1, so we hit verses 22 through 25, and we talked about authenticity and how our society so strongly desires it. And verse 22 basically says that now that we've purified ourselves by obeying the truth, we can have a sincere love and authentic love for our brothers and sisters. And so the first thing that we did was we talked about a biblical love. And I'll just give you some of the points that I rattled off. It doesn't always make sense right away. It stands out, sometimes awkwardly so. It's always an act. It knows no limits, and it doesn't listen to excuses. Then we got into verse 23 and 24, just kind of talking about your life and your achievements, what they look like, different kinds of things. So the second kind of big point that I made was a biblical life. What does it look like? My points were all excuses, bad and good, died with the old self. Holy living requires obedience and love, and I just gave a couple examples about, having one and not the other. And then the bad news: your dreams achieved equal firewood. Just kind of talking through, those aren't necessarily bad things. I don't want them to run off and say, scratch out in their diary, I guess I'm not going to go to college after all. But just that idea that our dreams pursued and even achieved, they're not going to last. The Bible puts it as all men are like grass, and their glory is like the flowers of the field. The grass withers and the flowers fall, but the word of the Lord stands forever. God's will for your life equals a legacy. And the example that I gave them was, things that you do for yourself, you write on a piece of paper, you throw in a jar, and things that you do for God's kingdom, you just put a penny in the jar, and then when you light a match, what's going to last? Obviously, those pieces of paper are not bad. In fact, many of them are good. We just need to understand what are we building. We talked about greatness. God was never against it. He said, be the greatest. Let me just redefine what greatness means for you. So, 1 Peter, wrapping up chapter 1. Hope that you're reading it at home with the students and asking them what they think about it. See you next week.